friends, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Sigrid and I make videos about books because I love them. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little haul that I got from Target's sale. Target recently had a buy one get one half off sale on all of their books, and I excitedly went a little crazy on buying books. So I have a few physical books that I'm going to show you guys today, but I also did some pre-orders with them as well. So I'm going to go through the pre-orders first, and then I'll go through the physical books that I have with me right now. So just a tip, I really love when Target does sales on their books because they also include books that are not currently out yet. So that means you can use that sale towards pre-orders. Amazon does not do the same, so whenever their books are on sale, it's usually books that are already out. Okay, so the first book that I pre-ordered was Charm by Tracy Wolff. I believe this is book, I don't know what number this is, book 6? No, it's book 5 in the series. I have the rest of them, but it's the newest one. It was only $15.99, and all of their books were buy one get one half off. I also got Kennedy Ryan's newest book, Before I Let Go. It was $12.79, so I'm super excited about that. Then I got this book called Briar Cliff Prep by Brianna Peppins. It was $17.99. I believe it's YA, but I just love books about like prep school, all-girls school, anything like that. And then when you sprinkle in that it's a diverse novel, I had to get it. The next book that I got was Other Side of the Tracks by Charity Elise. It was $19.99, and I was super excited to get this. So I recently discovered a thing called Black Book Talk. I did not know it was a thing. I knew Book Talk was a thing where it's like people talk about books on TikTok. If you just search for Black Book Talk or Book Talk for Black women, which is what I search for, because I wanted to find new, more diverse novels or more books written by Black women or Black people or for Black people or with Black characters, just more diverse books, honestly. And so I came across so many new creatives on TikTok recommending all of these books, and it was so cool. So one of those recommendations was The Other Side of the Tracks, and the way that they said it was like a Romeo and Juliet retelling in a segregated town. I was sold. It sounded really good. Next up, I got Five Survive by Holly Jackson. This was $19.99, a little pricey, but Holly Jackson also wrote the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I absolutely love that series, so this was an auto buy. It's a thriller. I'm assuming YA as well. Then I got Queen of Myth and Monsters by Scarlett St. Clair. This was $16.99. Yeah, I like Scarlett St. Clair. When I read A Touch of Darkness, it was really amazing. And so since then, I have just been collecting their books for the longest of time, so had to get it. Then I got Talia Hibbert's newest book, and it's so cute. Look at that cover. This is the cutest thing ever. So it's called Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, just like its cover. But yeah, by Talia Hibbert. And then I ordered the second book to Ninth House, which is called Hellbent. The series is actually called Alex Stern. It's by Leigh Bardugo. It was $20.99. Bit pricey. And then I got Grady Hendrix's newest book, which is How to Sell a Haunted House. It was $19.69, also a bit pricey. But Grady Hendrix has become an auto-buy author as well. I love thrillers. They do a really good job of just writing good thrillers. Next, I got Cassandra Clare's latest book, Chain of Thorns. This is in her Last Hour series. At this point, I'm just collecting her books, and I'm really trying to catch up, but I need her to take a break. Okay, the most expensive book I purchased from this pre-order sale was Emily Henry's newest book. It was $27. Wow. It's called Happy Place. I'm pretty sure Book of the Month might do this book, but I didn't want to take the chance, and since I was getting things buy one get one half off, I was like, you know, it will figure itself out. So Emily Henry, I think I've read 2 or 3 of her books, and 5 stars for all of them, so I had to pre-order. And finally, I have the newest book in the Inheritance Games series by Jennifer Lynn Bourne. It's called The Brothers Hawthorne, and this was $19.99. That was just my first order. I actually placed multiple orders, so let me go and look at the other ones. The next order, I think these were all of the physical copies. Yeah, so these are the ones here that I will be showing you guys soon. And then, okay, so the third order was just 2 books. I pre-ordered It Starts With Us by Colleen Hoover. And then the latest book in the Bromance Book Club. It's called, so unfortunately, I bought the wrong book. Instead of the newest book, I got the one that came out that I already have, which sucks. I'm glad I'm reviewing this with you guys, but they won't let me cancel the order. So once it comes, I'm gonna have to just return it, which sucks. So anyways, I'm going to get into my physical books that I purchased. Super excited about these. The first book I got was the second book to the Skin of the Sea. Black mermaids, come on. I love mermaids, and honestly, deep down, I truly believe that mermaids exist and we just haven't discovered them yet. No one can change my mind. No one. I believe that they are. So this is Soul of the Deep by Natasha Bowen, and just look at this cover. This is gorgeous. This is so beautiful. I love it. Like, I will say so far, I haven't read a book that was about black mermaids or black sirens that was done well. And I really hope that this is done well. But I haven't heard the best of things about Skin of the Sea. But I'm hoping that I like it. I did not like... I'm trying to think of the book. I know the second one was A Chorus of Roses or something like that, but I will put the book on the screen. But I did not like this series. I read both of the books in here and I really didn't like it, and I feel like I'm not the most judgmental about fantasy books. Just, you know, I feel like I'm not that picky or hard to please. So if I didn't like it, yeah. So I'm really hoping that Soul of the Deep and Skin of the Sea will just, you know, make me so happy, because I love mermaids so much. All right, so book number 2 I got was Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. This is by the author of Love and Color. I also have that book somewhere. I think I got it from Book of the Month. But look how beautiful this is. Okay, I don't have braids, but look how beautiful this is. It's so pretty. Okay. I don't think I ever read the synopsis. And the reason why I got this was another highly recommended book on Black Book Talk. I recommend that you guys go and find some of those creators because they're really amazing. I love all the picks that they're giving me. Some of these books I haven't really heard of, so that's why I highly recommend to go and subscribe to those individuals or follow whatever the TikTok lingo is. But this one is a fake dating book. That's one of my favorite tropes. Enemies to lovers, fake dating, love it. Okay, so this follows a woman. She has a radio podcast at her college, and she's pretty much telling women not to fall for situationships, friends for benefits, any of those things. And somehow she ends up kissing this like big playboy in the campus. And so to kind of save face, they have to fake date so that she doesn't look like a hypocrite for like all of the things that she preaches on her show. And that's it. And apparently they're probably gonna fall in love because that's usually how it goes. But I'm excited. This sounds really, really good. The next book I got, I really went back and forth as to whether I wanted to get this book because Stephen King, although I do have some of his novels, I just haven't really made the plunge to read like some of the bigger or well-known books like It or The Shining. Those books are huge. But I have read a book called Later by him. It was about a young boy who could see like ghosts. And it was so good. He ends up getting kidnapped. Sorry. Why am I saying sorry to the box? Anyways, he ends up getting kidnapped and pretty much used for his abilities by a cop. It's really good. So anyways, when I read the summary of what this book is about, I had to get it. It was so good. So it follows a kid named Charlie. He pretty much has a mom who Oh, his mom dies in a hit and run accident, and his dad is an alcoholic. So he does some like errands for a neighbor, I believe, named Howard. And when Howard dies, he kind of leaves something behind for Charlie to let him know that there's like another world. Like I have a portal to another world in my, like, I think it's like a shed. Yeah, it's something on his property. I believe it's a shed. He has a portal to another world, and he kind of like leaves it to Charlie to see. And that's so interesting. I read a few pages of this book when I got it. I have this thing that whenever I get a new book, I read like a few pages just to see how excited I am to read it, and then I rate it from 1 to 5. It's something that I do with my friends, and then also I will read like the first sentence to see if they'll like it. But I made it to page 2 or 3, and I think I was super excited. I think it was more of a 5, as in like I'm super excited to read this, and it went by really, really quickly, even though it's like 3 pages, but still, like, it went really fast for me. So this is a thick book though. It's really thick, but I'm super excited. So another thick book that I got was Ordinary Monsters by J.M. Miro. I got this because I have had this on my wish list for quite some time. I have heard some really good things about this on BookTube. And also it was $12 for the hardcover. It was $12. I had to get it. Like, I don't even know what this book is about. Okay, so reading the summary, it looks like there's 2 children that has like some type of powers, and they're being haunted by a man made of smoke. Say less. This sounds really, really good. So excited about this. It's also a super thick book, but I will get to it. And I got a book that has been on my wish list for a really long time as well. This is How to Survive Your Murder by Danielle Valentine. So this book follows a girl whose sister dies. She's murdered, and the sister that it's following, she is about to testify at the trial, but something happens. I think there's like an accident, and she wakes up on the day that her sister dies, and she's like reliving the same day over and over again, and she has to figure out how to survive so that she's not like a victim. So I don't know, it was kind of giving me the Happy Death Day movie. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's similar to this. But yeah, it was kind of giving me those vibes, and so I was like, I really want to read this book. So happy I got that. Then I got this book. I have seen a lot of people on YouTube talk about this book, and they rate it 5 stars. But here's the thing. It's usually the literary girlies that read more literary books, or books that it says things. Like, I'm a thriller reader, okay? I'm a fantasy reader. I know who I am. But I don't know. I wanted to give it a try. So when I read what this book is about, I was a little shocked. I was a little shocked because it is giving thriller. So it follows a mom who just had a baby, and she thinks that she's turning into a dog. Yeah, she thinks she's turning into a dog, and then she meets this group of women that, you know, I guess they have like some type of secret. We don't know what the secret is, but it sounds good. It sounds really, really good. And look at the title. The title is just a little risque. Like, I can't wait to read this book so someone can ask me, what am I reading? Because okay, the next book I got is more of a romance fantasy book. So the Bookish Box had their edition of this book. I was not subscribed to them then, so I missed out. And I tried to get the book on Pango, but that edition was so expensive. Like, people would literally subscribe to that box, and then they would sell the book for like way more than what it cost. So I ended up just getting the paperback of it, but it sounded really good. This was another book that was recommended to me on TikTok. This is What Lies Beyond the Veil, and it's by Harper L. Woods. Super excited to read this. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a series. From what I read, this is a really long, like, summary on the back. But from what I understand, this book has fae. which I recently just discovered when I started reading ACOTAR. I didn't know what fae was. But this book has fae. It has like a separation between the human world and the fae world. And it's called a veil. That's the thing that separates them. And something happens and the veil breaks. And so now the fae people are attacking the humans. Need I say anything else? Sounds really good. It sounds, yeah, I can't wait to read this, okay? Then I have another book that I feel like a lot of people on YouTube have been recommending. This is The Dead Romantics. First of all, such a cute cover, isn't it? So pretty. So this book follows a writer who returns home because their father dies, and their family business is a mortuary or a funeral home. I think it's a funeral home. Anyway, it's something about dead people, and she has this editor that she really doesn't like. They're forcing her to, like, you know, write the story, and, you know, they're not in the mood to write the story, so they don't really get along. And for some reason, when she goes home to the parlor, the editor shows up, but it's his ghost, and I think that it's their love story. I have never read a book where the romance lead is a ghost, so I am excited. It reminds me of that Charmed episode. If you guys are a Charmed girly, like the original Charmed series, when Piper fell in love with a ghost, I have never in my life shipped a ghost human relationship so hard. I really wanted them to be together. If you guys don't know, I love that episode. Okay, the next book is, look, oh my gosh, such a cute cover. Love it. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Okay, this one is called Do You Take This Man by Denise Williams. This was on my wish list as well. I just love the cartoon covers. I'm a sucker for cartoon covers. I don't know why. But I'm also a sucker for books that have attorneys in it because I am an attorney in real life and I just love to have that representation. So this turns out to be, so it follows a divorce attorney named RJ. She officiates a wedding one time and then she becomes like really popular and people want her to officiate. I don't know how to officiate. They want her to marry them. So it looks like she's gonna be working with an event planner and it's their love story, but it's also like a former football person. So this is really interesting. This is really cool. It's very different. I feel like it's just gonna be one of those cute little love stories and I just know I'm gonna love it. And the last book that I got was The Blood Trials by N.E. Davenport. I love books about fantasy. Like, I am a fantasy girly, and this book has blood magic, by the way. And I haven't really read a lot of books about blood magic. Normally, I know there's different types of witches and people with powers, but like, I'm super excited. I haven't read this book, but I have read Legendborn. And from the summary of this, I would say that this is really giving me Legendborn vibes. It just follows a girl whose grandfather is murdered. She doesn't know who murdered him, but there's only so many people who could have in this community. So what she does is she joins this group of people to try to solve what it is. And the thing about it is like she has to give up so much to join because it's very like, it's a lot. It's very hard to get into. So it just reminds me of Legendborn. You know, in Legendborn, her mother is like, she's not murdered, I don't think, but like, her mother dies in Legendborn, and then she goes to this school and meets this group of people and she like investigates because she remembers something. So it's giving me Legendborn vibes, but you know what else it is also giving me? The Poppy War. Because you know how she had to train for this test and it was really hard to get into so that she can get into the school that was really, really hard to get into. Merge those two together and you have this book. So if you like The Poppy War and if you like Legendborn, this might be it. Because that is what the summary is giving me. It's giving me those two books merged into one. So I'm super excited about this. Just look at the cover. Oh my gosh. She looks so strong and just confident and ready to figure out who killed her grandfather. So that was everything that I got. Those were all of the books that I spoiled myself with. I think I deserve it. I unhauled so many books. If you haven't seen that video yet, it was pretty epic. I got rid of almost 400 books off of my shelf. I am still in the process of putting all of the books on Pango, but I have like half of them up already. So if you guys are interested, please check out that video and also check out my Pango because they need to go. They're still in my house and I don't want them to be. But yes, so that's everything from me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to see more videos from me. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!